Oh, this is Crystal Racing with a tribute to Ayrton Senna and Roland Ratzenberger. Now, there is actually quite a lot of interesting amateur footage of Ayrton Senna's crash. And of course, the whole 1994 San Marino Grand Prix Imola weekend in general. It has to be remembered, Roland Ratzenberger was killed in a crash on Saturday in qualifying the day before what happened to Senna. Now, I'm going to go to my TV and show you what happened on that, some amateur footage of what happened on that fateful day, fateful weekend, I beg your pardon. And that's tragically, of course, a qualifying crash with Ratzenberger. Meanwhile, of course, all the cars were going around the track from this live amateur footage. Bloody hell, Tamburetta was so fast back before they placed the chicane in there. It was a Sunday morning warm-up session as well. So, this took place after Ratzenberger's tragic accident the day before. Now, let me just say this. Under Italian law, if a person is announced dead at a certain venue during a sporting event, that sporting event is not allowed to commence further. And with Ratzenberger's death, they announced his death an hour after the crash had happened and when his body had been taken to the hospital. So the organisers were permitted to continue the event. And would you look at that? There's Olivier Panis's Ligier lining up on the grid. Of course, there were a lot of worried faces around the paddock because, of course, on Friday, Rubens Barrichello also had a massive crash at one of the chicanes around the circuit. And if it wasn't for Sid Watkins, I mean, Barrichello almost got taken from us during that 1994 San Marino. Look at that. Look at the concrete barriers. It just looks so rustic compared to what we have now. And if you look at the driver's cockpit sides, there was absolutely so little protection for the drivers back then. Got some of the sponsorship too. Oh shit, sorry. So, yeah, sorry, I accidentally clicked off by accident. I'm gonna return back to the amateur footage. I don't know what I was doing pressing exit. Yeah. If you're joining us, hello, good afternoon, good day. I hope you're doing well. Of course, look at all this footage. Of course, there's Barrichello's crash, you know, whacking into the barriers. Really unfortunate, but of course, there's Dale Earnhardt. Where was it? There's Dale Earnhardt Senior paying tribute to Senna after his crash. You know what? I'm off to the search bar again. God's sake, advert, sorry. also rewatching, and yes, that is Ratzenberger having his crash, which sadly ended his life. Now I'm going to fast forward because I've got, I'm going to fast forward to where I was previously. Now there's Perez in his Ligier. Look at the lack of cockpit protection there. No halo, no protection for the shoulders for the drivers. And look at all the sponsors the sport used to have back then. Now, it has to be said, Ratzenberger was taken to the hospital and his death was announced an hour after he crashed. Under Italian law, if a driver or a spectator was killed or died at a certain venue, they had to cancel the event. But because Ratzenberger was taken to the hospital after, an hour after he was killed, no, after he crashed, and he was in the hospital, they were permitted to continue the event under a loophole. So, has to be said, I mean, had they cancelled the event after Ratzenberger's crash, I'm pretty certain that Senna would be still with us, I'm afraid. And let's be honest, there were a lot of talks about desperate safety improvements. You know, the Tamburello corner used to be just a flat-out section with no chicane. And look at how close, how little runoff area there is around these chicanes. Oh, listen to those engines. Of course, all the cars are coming through after Leto and Lobby's massive accident, which brought out the safety car, and all the cars were racing back to the line. And Senna was getting really frustrated with how slow the safety car was. And of course, it's back to green flag racing in what would be Senna's final lap as an F1 driver, and of course, of his short life. Just such an eerie atmosphere. And, yep. There it is. Wow, this is... Inverted picture due to copyright issue. Yeah, they're gone. The scenes there. Yeah, there's his car being towed away. And of course, they did go racing again. And of course, you know who took the lead. I will though do a tribute for Roland Ratzenberger, since of course we cannot forget that guy and what happened to him that weekend. Of course, back in 1985, there was a Roland Ratzenberger appeared on the BBC British TV network with a a children's puppet character called Roland the Rat. And of course he was there because, of course, having a very similar name. Where the hell are we? Do you know what? I'm gonna have to go to the BBC. Here we go. Here we go, folks. Roland. Oh my god. How fitting it is that Cinefan gave us a tribute video, knowing just so that.
Welcome to another Roland's Roaming Report on a very important day today, Java fans, because today the race of the century is about to take place here at Silverstone. Roland Rat Superstar is to race Roland Ratzenberger from Austria. Roland Rat is driving a customized 1953 Ford Anglia sprayed pink, and Ratzenberger is driving a Formula Ford 1600. Let's go over to the track to see the drivers preparing their cars. Yes, there's Errol supervising our ORAS mechanics, just putting the finishing touches to our wonderful car.
I can't see the point in all this lark.
And there is Mr. Ratzenberger's car, slightly different to the Ratmobile, as you can see. The cars are almost ready at this start of the race of the century. There's Roland preparing himself behind the wheel. And there is Ratzenberger nervously discussing tactics with his team. The pair look as though they're about to be under starters' orders. And yes, they're off. The green light is on, and they are off. Ratzenberger's up to a clean start. Roland's in trouble there by the look of it.
I can't start this thing. I know we should have thrown this antique pile of rubbish away. Arrow! Arrow! I need help! I'm gonna lose this race now. Oh, hang on a minute.
Oh my god.
Ratzenberger is well in the lead now. Roland Superstar up to a disappointing start there. It looks as though Ratzenberger is being flagged down into the pits for some reason. There must be a problem with his car. No, wait a minute. He's taking an emergency phone call, I'm told. Who it's from, we don't quite know, but it must be important.
Roland, quickly, there's a telephone call, please.
Hello, who is this?
Oh, Hamburger! It's Roland here. Here, I'm just calling from the Rattleville, and I just wanted to wish you good luck for the race. I didn't get a chance at the beginning.
You mean to say you pulled me off the track just to wish me good luck?
Yeah, it does rather look that way, doesn't it? Yeah.
You're trying to slow me up. You're cheap, Mr. Rat.
How dare you? I would never consider such a thing. Well, boys,
Well, Ratzenberger's taken his emergency phone call, but this has certainly set him sadly way behind now. So we can clearly see Roland Rat Superstar well in the lead at the end of the third lap. I see Ratzenberger is in further trouble there. It appears he's had to slow down as there are animals on the racetrack, which is most unusual, especially as they are all stuffed. I wonder who put those on the track.
all the ducks, all the terrapins.
Look, his animals. Would somebody help me? I'm losing time.
Errol, I'm making snappy. Here, Errol, don't forget to put water instead of petrol in old Hamburger's car when he comes in for a refill, okay?
Oh, this is all very unfair, if you ask me.
I didn't, thanks, Errol. Bye.
One thing I can't stand is people who cheat. I can't see the point in it myself.
Roland Superstar still well in the lead there even after a pit stop. Ratzenberger now in need of a quick refuel. Can he make up this lost time? We all want to know.
More petrol and hurry. Oh, right, Mr. Ratzenberger. This is where I'm supposed to put the water in instead of the petrol, isn't it?
Yes, Roland is doing extremely well now. Ratzenberger's back on the track after an extremely short pit stop there. Looks like Roland could win this race by a clean sweep. Oh, but wait, what have we here? Ratzenberger's taken over on a new lease of life there. He's overtaking. Yes, he's overtaken the Ratmobile. Yes, this is a shock. It's not far from the checkered flag now. Will Ratzenberger beat our very own superstar? This is what we all want to know. But wait, Ratzenberger's suddenly slowed down. He's in trouble. Oh, dear me. He's out of the race, and the Ratmobile has flown past him there. Roland is set to win. Yes, he's over the line. He's won the race of the century, and he's excited. Oh, what a victory. What good sports they both were. And there are the final results. First place, Roland Rat Superstar, and second, Roland Ratzenberger.
I knew I was going to win in the end. I had the better car, didn't I? Stands to reason, really.
You cheated. I knew you would. Typical Roland Rat tactics.
Be quiet, Errol. I won the rat race. I won the race.
Yeah. Hello there, Sargeant. Hope you're doing well. My goodness me, what on? Oh my word, I don't even know what to say about Man United. I think I'm gonna have to mute that. Of course, this is a tribute video to, of course, none other than Roland Ratzenberger. My God, this video was done 12 years ago now. Look at it through the junior categories. Making his name in Formula Ford. Look at how bloody small and tiny these cars were, of course, in a Formula 1 car. Just so that we know, Ratzenberger used to race in sports cars and Formula Ford and in Japan. That's him in Japanese Formula Nippon or Formula 3000. I don't know what they called it back then. More junior Formula racing. And there he is in his SimTech. Little did he know things would go really terribly wrong. I mean, he was only 33 years old when this happened, by the way. And he'd only ever had made one Grand Prix start to his name at the Pacific Grand Prix in Japan at the Aida track, where he would sadly never get the chance to race an F1 ever again after that race. I don't know what happened in the race. Did he finish? Did he retire from the race? But because of course he had entered the Brazilian Grand Prix, but of course due to his lack of experience, he failed to qualify. There's him in the Toyota sports car. There's him in Formula 3000. Another junior series. I presume that was in Europe. Back in Formula Ford again. Ratzenberger had been racing for at least a decade before he finally made his F1 debut. And, yeah, I'm actually going to have to stop this video because, I've actually got a few things to do, unfortunately. Look at him with all his mates in the junior formula and... So, yeah, Sorry about that. I was just sorting a few things out for a moment because some people have just been shopping. Well, I mean, I was trying to think what else was I gonna do after this. But you know, I showed you amateur footage of Senna's crash. I showed you Roland Ratzenberger's feature with the BBC. Of course, just for the record, of course, their two deaths were the most recent before, of course, Jules Bianchi's accident at Suzuka in 2014. So that was, what's it, 20 years before another fatality in the sport. Really sad, obviously, but of course, I feel like I have to pay tribute at some point because, of course, I didn't pay tribute last week because I just didn't have time to do it. So I hope you're well. I hope you're doing well wherever you are in the world, and I'll see you next time.